I guess let's try it this way. Welcome back, friendos. Welcome to my work table. That is a gigantic, horrific mess. We can do this a little bit better. Alright, so this is one set of key snaps. It's going to be gross to look at for a second until I get a little bit more organized. I just dug everything out of my drawer and I'm like, yeah! Yeah, great! Thing! Okay, one thing of Q snaps. Q snaps. Second thing of Q snaps. I'm not using them today because I think they're too big. Hey, Beak Seedy. Got you. You've got some music loudness. Music is loud. To be fair, I also was walking away from the mic and not projecting. Okay, so now we've got... What do we got? I think I need a new needle this time. I've been using the same needle for like 25 years. I've got my little scissors. Ida. Finished project. Oh, cause I fucked with the...
Yeah.
Fucked with the knobbies. Sorry, I fucked with the knobbies. Okay, I definitely need... I need like a... When we finally get this, like, finished mounted... Oh, that's very red. I guess it's fine. When we finally get this, like, finished mounted... I need, like, a... I need a tape line of where the...
I think that's
Oh, that's my monitor? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
It still looks a little red-yellow. That's okay. Alright, so then we've got this size. And then we've got this size. Okay, and then we've got the weenies. Do you think that'll be too... You want to try that one instead?
Yeah,
Okay.
You can zoom in. You
Sure.
can zoom out.
We are... This is we're figuring it out stream. Okay. Oh, better. Now at least we can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright, so we've got... I think this is 14 count. What? Sorry, grid. And this must be 16 or 18? Is it literally not say? Oh, there we go. 18. Okay, so then this is 18. This is future bookmark, probably. I kind of want to just cut these out so that I have a little bit less. And this guy, we're done with you. We can pull you out of the frame because you've sat in the drawer for so long. I'll do something, I don't know. Some kind of ornament, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Nightcast! Alright. This out of the way. Oh, we started another... Why didn't we finish that? I don't even remember what ghost it was supposed to be. I wonder if I was not feeling good. That sounds right. And then this is fucking Sarah's thing that I still haven't mailed yet. I washed it though, look how crunchy it looks. It looks so bad. But I didn't iron it, so we'll get there. No, it's definitely a ghost, because I had wanted to do the ghosts. I wanted to do all of the ghost faces. And then I have a Mario at my work. Sitting on a question block, crouching. So I wanted it to be like the Mario ghost house with all the ghosts spinning around him. So it definitely... I mean, it might be the same profile as a fireball. That's quite possible. They tend to reuse stuff. And then I have... Oh, right! I meant to pick this out so that I could reuse the Ida, but I think that was... I think that's dumb. I think that's probably the dumbest thing I could potentially force myself to do, so maybe I'll just cut it off and throw it away, because, you don't have to make everything hard for yourself. I did finish the Enderman, though. This was just on the wrong... It was like, I did it bad on the wrong size, and then gave up and started over. Okay. Just gonna go here. This is gonna go here.
Oh, just makes it not too easy.
Huh. We're playing with stuff, as you can tell. I keep forgetting where the camera is. I guess I can just cut this one out. Hey, Evan! Tried to put a pillow on my chair so it's not quite so I'm up a little higher and it's not quite so bad on my tailbone, but not the seat of the chair isn't big enough for the pillow. I should have just kept it raw. I shouldn't have cut that close. Oh well. Okay. Maybe I took the ring off so that we could just sew it unencumbered. Okay, well, regardless. Let's do an Metroid. I want to do a Metroid. The request specifically, well, we actually got 2 requests for Samus, or 2 requests for Samus. And then 1 request for Samus and a Metroid. So I think I'll just choose to exercise my it's my stream and I want it bones. And I already have a Metroid pattern made, so let's just see how it goes. Listen, they're round, okay? They're round. And I have been using the same needle for the last, like, 400 years, so... Can I help you? Hey! Stop! No contact was made. Oh, you can't see it anyway.
Look at that.
Wow. So we can get really close.
And
So if you really want to judge my stitches, you have the opportunity to do so now. I don't think I can even... Is there spike tape? No, my only roll of spike tape is at the theater. Can you look in the tape drawer? And, I don't know, pick me, I guess, white gaff. Sure.
what do you go?
I just want the center. Center-ish. I want somewhere that I know if I'm above it, I'll be in the camera. Great. Alright, so that's the top, and it's like, yay. So I guess we could probably do a mini.
Saying if you want the extreme zoom that shows the elbow.
There are so many cameras in this room. I should do porn. Oh, you're trying to teach me. Sorry.
Because it's a document camera.
Okay.
But yeah, this one is just a quick punch in.
Got it.
And your brightness is these two.
Sure. Alright. I was thinking about, you know, like how we did all the Kirby's. How fun it would be to do all of the Pokemans. Except there's fucking 1,000 of them now. And then I was like, well, the only real Pokemans are the 151, you know, the OG. But that's a lot. That's more than... I don't remember how many Kirby's there were. 20 Kirby's. So I smell actually like a man today, which is not to say like farts and bacon grease, but I bought a couple more. I've been having a lot of fun with makeup lately, as I'm sure you guys have noticed from my several purple lipstick streams. So I bought a couple more things that weren't normally in my box, like a little bit of contouring stuff, and I'm really kind of conflicted about my eyebrows, because I feel like I'm the only person in the entire world who regularly does their makeup and does not, like, landscape their eyebrows. I tweeze errant hairs, but I don't do the whole, like, you draw them thing, which I really hate. Actually, when that started, when it was, like, worse than it is now, when they were really, really, like, triangular and a different shade than your hair, I really fucking hated that, and it's gonna be, you know, one of the embarrassing fads in like 20 years. We're gonna look back and we're gonna go like we looked at our parents with their aviator glasses. Something happened! Oh fuck, I can't read the screen. Thank you so much for the raid. So far so good. Hello, how you doing? Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well this Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. Forgot what day it was. I hope you have made progress on your projects. You know, if I could just get the craft room finished, I think everything would be a little bit better and I'd stop feeling so fucked up, but I can't do anything with this room until we get the basement started, because so much of the stuff that's in here that is taking up all of my brain space needs to go in the basement. So later today, and tomorrow probably, I think I might take tomorrow off even though I didn't really intend to. I think later today and tomorrow we're going to start working on the basement. But, need... need some pins. Because I love this stupid solution. I've got all my pins. It's got little feet. It's got little pin feet, so if you drop it, it like bounces. I love that. And it's got my needle minder on it, except this is a needle and not a pin, so I want to have like a little... I like being able to take my needle minder off easily, like a little needle minder holster. But I need to anchor it with some more pins. This is the dumbest thing that makes me the happiest in my life. I was talking about something. Oh, I smell like a man today. So I've been playing with new makeup looks. I bought a couple of new products, some contouring, the eyebrow thing. I'm the only person in the world who doesn't, like, really excessively prune their eyebrows, I feel. Or, draw them, either. But I have come around to the idea of maybe I could put them, like, laminate them down a little bit. I could put some, like, eyebrow gel on them so that they stay where they're supposed to be and they don't get all weird with the hairs. Sure. Oh no, yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. We have so much stuff in the basement that we need to get rid of. We need to have a nice garage sale, but it's not, it's still February. Yes, 3D printed eyebrows, yes. So digging in the bottom of my makeup box today, I found mustache wax that I bought Grid in like 2013, which obviously he's never used. He used the beard oil, but he never used the mustache wax. Why did I think he was going to? Now, it is, like, way expired, so who fucking cares? But I don't like wasting, so I opened the thing and I was like, well, this, you know, what's a mustache but hair that's on your face? What are eyebrows? Okay, so I got my little spoolie and I put a little wax in it and I brushed it in my eyebrows and it made them stay nice without making them feel crunchy, and that was nice. But it smells like it's a very, like, male scent. It's very... I don't know anything about perfume or scent or anything, so I don't really know. It's kind of woody. So I just keep smelling this man smell. It's not even a smell that Grid normally smells like. It's just a man smell, and I'm like, where is there an unlicensed man in this house? Where is he? Oh, it's my face. So, that's a struggle that I'm dealing with today. Okay. Metroid. Grid, I need a... We have like 16 tablets, but I never have any of them charged. But I need like a tablet so I can look at my pattern here. Also, I need a tablet stand. Okay, I've been doing this really fun thing where I keep going to 123 Stitch. Well, actually, I keep going to the DMC website and picking a color family and cross-referencing all of the colors in the color family against my floss stash to make notes of which ones I don't have. And then going to 123 Stitch where all of the floss is cheaper, and then just buying like 30 bucks worth of floss at a time so that I can stack my stash. This is my non-DMC floss. So now I used to just have one box, but now I have 3. So that's cool. But, okay, so we need Metroid colors. So I think we need... I guess maybe I should not... Well, no, those colors are pretty good. Okay, so 310 is black. Where's my 310? Okay, we got 310 for black. We need white. Actually, I don't remember what... Oh, that's the glow-in-the-dark. Is this just, like, blanc? Because there's a couple of, like, different whites. Oh, maybe it's in my bowl. Yeah, there it is. This is blanc. I don't know what this is. Doesn't look fun to work with. Okay, so we need 2 different greens. I need a very electric green. And then a very forest green, I think. Also a red. Ah, hate this box. Like fire engine red. Probably would be easier if I used the booklet instead of just trying to eye them from the top. Ah, that's the red. That's the red I'm looking for. And then... yeah, that's probably the green too. What about $6.99 for that? Is that all I need? 2 greens, black, white, red. Yeah. Let me take a look at an actual reference photo instead of the pattern that I made with colors that I pulled out of my ass in Microsoft Excel. Okay. Yeah, we could definitely have a... Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna hate myself. I'm gonna hate myself, but I'll do it for you guys. What about this one? What about the E990? This stuff fucking sucks to sew with. This stuff is the fucking worst. But it's the right color. Oh, there it is. B52. Nah, we can use the blank. That's fine. Alright. So we've got white, black. That's gonna be one of our greens. We need the other, like, dark green. Alright, so we don't need these. I can put these away. I like this one. It's got a little bit more sheen to it. And then for red, I think this is the one. Yeah. Alright, normally I like to start with the oh man, of course, great. Normally I like to start with the outline, and that's gonna be with this shit. This garbage, this absolute nightmare of a floss. I hate this stuff, but it looks so good. Do I have a needle threader? Normally I don't need one, but this stuff just fucking shreds. It's polyester, so... Ooh, let's try to see if I can use our new zoom. Nope. So... if this focuses, you can see what it's doing now. It's just all of the separate strands don't stay together very well. So threading a needle is a nightmare. Because you're not gonna... it's just really hard to get all of the strands into it. Oh my god, this is the best camera in the history of the world. I'm so excited. Grit, I love you so much. So yeah, something more cotton-based is gonna be a little bit more... Oh, this needle's too skinny to fucking... Well, I'm afraid if I do that, I won't be able to get it because they'll melt into a nubbin. I mean, I guess part of my problem is that I'm using a needle with a very small eye, so maybe we could get a new needle. Oh. Maybe we could use this needle that I already picked. fuck is this music? Like, I don't want the stream to be silent. I think that's worse, but man, sometimes just... the royalty-free music that I have available to me is just so... shitty, and I'm starting to hate it. Wonder how much of it is AI generated.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Total Sapphic Panic, thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, raiders! What's up? What's good? I'm Elidus. We haven't even started yet. You haven't missed anything. Alright, alright, alright. Man, 2 raids already? What are y'all doing on a Saturday? Jeez. Okay, so... I think it's 4 stitches. This is also kind of trying to test how I can... Alright, let's stop trying to go way high to the top of the Ida so that I get stuck in the... I can move... I can move the hoop. This music is terrible, I can't. And see, like, I feel this is like lower energy than I want. I don't know. You come in peace? Oh good, I'm glad. I don't have the energy to, I don't have the energy for war today. Oh, alright, okay, alright. This camera. The knob is kind of, like the housing of the knob kind of moves a little bit before it catches the actual mechanical part of the knob. So I gotta get used to that. That's fun. What were y'all doing? Don't we have a shout out command? I gotta remember to use the shout out command. Grid. Can we shout out all the raiders that we've had so far? I'm ready for spring. I need all the help I can get. 5. Thank you, Grid. Don't forget So Far So Good as well. Who has been a long-time rating buddy. Oh, that's awesome! What were you sewing? Sorry, you're also allowed to just, like, bail and eat food. Can't stay and entertain me at the end of a stream. You gotta eat, take care of yourself, get up, stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also, friendos, do not hesitate to yell at me when I inevitably move my hands out of this camera view, please. Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Hairbrushing is magic to me. Like, sewing I obviously can comprehend, even if my my skill set is pixel sprite cross stitch. Airbrushing is magic. Absolutely, sure, absolutely. Grid, can you hook us up? Oops, fuck. Sorry, Grid, you thought I was gonna leave you alone this weekend. Or maybe Grid got up. Hang on. Oh, sorry, Grid. I doubted you. I doubted you. I just stay in the chair. Oh, you're on your phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, Grid, I think we need to get out a tablet. I think we need a tablet. What did I do with all the tablets? Grid, do you think this one still works? I'm gonna go with probably not. That's the only one I have in the drawer. I don't even think they're USB-C, so I don't really have anything to plug them into right now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Stop worrying about it. Just fucking sit here and sew, Alla. That's what you were doing. Hey, East River. I literally just had a stack of them in my desk drawer. Grid had one or two from 400 years ago. My mother gave me one that her work gave her that she didn't want. I don't know. Oh, good. That's good. I have to strive to take breaks better. Okay. 1, 2. That's amazing. I mean, we do have an entire box of old laptops in the basement. There's literally like, actually that's probably where the tablet that I'm looking for is. There's like 4 or 5 laptops in a box in the basement. I'm sure this surprises you not at all. Hey, second mate, Kate. I hear these people are from you. Or Katie, sorry. Everyone is chillin'. Oh, yes! Yes, absolutely. You know, I'm always scared to use the, like, buy tag. Because my partner is a dude, and now I'm not trying to sit here and gatekeep myself, but I just don't want to have the conversation, you know? But, yes, very, very friendly, very, very friends over, very friends! We're very friends! Over here. Like Kate? Okay, got you. Thank you for the clarity. Okay, and then 1. Maybe I should just get my other phone. Maybe I should have 2 phones. We still haven't started that macrame project because I'm scared of it. Anybody who's wondering why we're starting new projects instead of finishing the old ones. 1 phone for each camera. I love the shade. Honestly, in terms of colors, this one just fucking slaps you right in the eyes, but I hate sewing with this. It's not the worst one to sew with. I feel like the worst one to sew with is DMC's glow-in-the-dark. Because not only is that one, does the fibers pull apart on that one, it's also really weak. And fluffy, and it gets stuck on everything. Oh yeah, that's gotta be really hard. It's gotta be tough. Sapphic Panic. 2, 3, 4, and then we go down 2. So my kind of thought process for this piece was gonna kind of be like our booze, where Mario was physically separate from them. Oops. Just like to have little guys just sitting here. I see, I don't need all these side cameras, Grid, because then I can't low-key show all my other work off. Oh, you're not shy about it. I got it. I got you. I got you. I'm sorry. Oh, an ADHD thing. That's also very true, Nightcast. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no ADHD here. My parents said I was fine. Today we're just literally making a Metroid, because I already have made the pattern for it. I actually crocheted a blanket, a Metroid-shaped blanket for Grid years and years ago. So I've already... I say made the pattern as though that was more involved than looking up a pixel sprite, zooming in really close, and then transcribing it into a different program. But, Beenie put in a request for Samus and a Metroid. So, because I didn't want to take the time to create the pattern, either on or off stream today, I figured we could just do the Metroid part, and then it could just be a... I really like these little pixel sprite dudes because you can contribute to the... you can kind of contribute to the artistic vision as the end user because you can place them. So you can create a scene by placing them. Man, these would be fun as magnets. Slow down. Thank you. All right, I gotta get some of my Kirby's out. Hang on. There's nothing I like better than showing off. Shut up, Cetho. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how I do this in Microsoft Excel, despite the fact that somebody gave me a whole ass fucking program to do it in. And somebody who just, like, takes the designs and puts them on a grid for me. So this is what the pandemic looked like for me. I did this. I don't remember where my ice one is. This is the bag of ones that I'm okay selling, and the ones that I do not plan to sell are somewhere different. I love my little shy guy, but I should have used a smaller frame. Maybe I'll take him out. No, Cetho just has to clip every time that I say she's right. Because a lot of times I'm very insistent that she's not right. So she gotta keep the times for when I do it again in the future. All right, let's see. We're on 3 down. 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we do 6 down. Oh, I'm sorry, Sapphic Panic. I'm just being worse than normal about paying attention to what people are actually saying.
It's not the box with the tablets.
It is not the box with the tablets? Bummer. Hi, Grid. Where did that come from?
The portable stream box.
Oh, that's the portable stream monitor?
Yeah.
Fuck me. We have too many electronics in this household.
Nah. We can't, because as long as they do what we need them to do.
That's true. I don't know, I really love my extra cell phone chat. Fine, it's gonna be better when we get in the basement.
Yes.
In 2 years when we get in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Perfect. Thank you. I will remember that for the future. I don't know that we have extra ports. I feel like with the amount of shit we have plugged in right here, there are no ports. Oh, we can zoom back in. Grid, have I told you how much I love this camera?
I've heard it.
Grid, I love this camera.
Yeah.
Elmo was a great investment. I made Grid break his, one of his USB ports 2 days ago?
Yeah. Replacement showing up today.
Oh, good. Because I was like, I started like stomping downstairs to tell him something, and he jumped because he was playing with this camera, which he hadn't told me he bought or showed me yet. So he like jumped and tried to shove it under the desk and then like yanked it out of his USB port and broke it. So. And then he immediately showed me the camera, so I don't know that what he really gained from that. Grid, can you actually get rid of the side cam?
Oh. You like it?
I like it, but I want to put product placement in it. I know you're not supposed to tie knots in the back of your embroidery, and I'm never, ever, ever gonna stop. Not ever. It's me, I'm the problem, it's me. Twice the problem with this fucking slippery-ass polyester thread. Oh, why are all my knots coming out? Well, because you have knots. There we go. I really like having a finished piece out when we start new pieces, because it kind of gives an idea of not exactly the thing that we're going for, but, well, it gives an idea of what we're going for. If not, you know. I know better than to floss this myself, or to thread this myself. But every time I try to do that before I get the needle threader. Every time I'm like, this one's different. See, this is what happens when you tie knots in it, dumbass. Fuck. Okay. I've started a third crocheted sweater. Gotta see how many I can get in before the spring, you know? Before spring comes and I'm like, wearing all of these is awful. I think it's 4. Terrible. Anybody got any projects on the horizon? Anything they're really excited about? Now that I've got the spare room done, I just keep thinking about what room is next. And the next, like, easiest room is the bedroom, but I did say that I was not going to stream painting my bedroom because that's a little too much. The bedroom part, not, of course, the streaming or the painting. Going to Disney in a few weeks. Hot damn. That's awesome. Oh, this is a inappropriate method to tell you this, East River, but I plan to have your contract out on Tuesday. I just keep... They took my assistant away from me, and I keep getting more things. Like, Ella, I need this right now. And I'm like, that's nice. I have 2 hands. Oh, absolutely. Yes. Spiel away. Oh, that's great. Can you zoom in?
I just zoomed down so you can see the whole thing.
Oh. Well... I guess that's fine. No, I needed a little more. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I hope every challenge is like exciting to solve. That's perfect, Grid. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's really cool.
View of the world.
Huh?
It's so busy.
Well, yeah, it's so full of garbage. This part is the worst part.
Temporary.
Temporary.
It's holding up.
It is holding Elmo. It's holding Elmo. That sounds like a feel-good, like poignant Robin Williams movie. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I'm in the process of learning how to like sew clothes. I don't have a problem hand sewing a seam, but I would like to know how to I would like to know the basics of clothing construction better, which is to say at all. We should finish that skirt. Remember that skirt we started that we never finished? I did finish the pillows without you guys, though. You still can. There's still time. Just... Fuck. I hate this floss. It also tangles really easy. Just like twists around itself. See, East River, if you learn how to sew, then we'll put you in the costume shop. In the band and also in the costume shop. Oh, I hate it when gear is the reason you can't work on a project. That drives me nuts. Damn. Now you're never gonna learn how to sew because I've scared you. Okay, hold on, and then 2 over, and then 3 over. It is the Xenofloss. It's not sneezing on me though, so... I was cleaning the house today, and before we bought the house, I I was kind of nervous because I'm like, shit, it's so hard to keep a fucking apartment clean. How am I going to keep a whole house clean when I have double the space, you know? So I was cleaning today, and there's this, the punchline of this story is twofold. The first one is everything is clean except all of the crusted on Xeno snot that is all over all of my walls and windows. And the second part is, it's actually a lot easier, I've discovered, to keep things clean when you have enough space that everything you own has a spot. So I'm actually finding it easier to keep everything clean, despite the fact that I have more square footage, because I have enough places to put all of my things. I don't know that it's not as quite this green.
No. It's closer to the wood ring when it dries.
Yeah, it's like brown. I was thinking about Carl this summer and how maybe we can do some outside streams in the summer. We're gonna have to have some good noise canceling though, because the road noise is bullshit, which is great because conveniently I'm sleeping with a sound guy, so like...
Well, that Carl has no functionality for noise cancellation at all.
Oh, Carl doesn't have any noise canceling. Oh.
Not if we're streaming directly from that video box, no. Actually might have a tiny bit, but it's nothing we can customize.
Oh yeah, I love that I'm not bothering anybody. It makes me so happy. I will never... I cannot see a future where I willingly go back into an apartment until I get old enough that I cannot take care of the house anymore. And that I don't feel like is willing anyway.
You won't care.
Yeah. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
If we use old version of Carl, it would run through a computer that we could process, but if we use
It's fine.
the current
I really don't see any reason, really, for us to do an outside stream soon. I was doing it during COVID because we were very bored. And the garden was beautiful. I don't have a beautiful garden now. Yet.
That's why you stream.
I'm not gonna stream gardening. Gotta touch some fucking dirt. Get the internet viruses out of my brain. I'm like too scared. I forgot to make a follow-up appointment with my hairstylist the last time I got my hair done. Which is weird. Normally I make an appointment before I leave. I had a headache and my back was screaming and I'm always too like anxious to eat really when I'm there, so I'm starving and I just don't want to fucking be there anymore. And I love her and she's wonderful, but I just, by the time we're done with my hair, I want to be dead. But what was I saying? I didn't make an appointment and I've been putting off texting her because I'm like, I don't want to get my hair done until like September because I'm planning on being outside all summer, and there's a difference between sitting at the pool looking cute in front of your friends and UV bleaching the shit out of your hair and doing manual labor for 8 hours a day looking cute to nobody and bleaching the shit out of your very expensive hair. Those two things are very different. Yes, goblining, yes. I had wanted to take a trip and get some outdoors time, but there's so many things I want to do around the house too. I feel like maybe if I wait a week or two, it'll be a little bit warmer. Well, I say I feel like as though that's not how, you know, weather works. Oh, right, it's right here. Grid has to take me to go touch water on a regular basis or else I get cranky. I keep trying to look over my shoulder. It's right here, Alla. You don't have to do that. Need a new chair for the drafting table, though. Actually, maybe if we just lower the drafting table, then I can use my desk chair at it. That probably would be the better idea. Fuck. Alright, what are the other requests we got for pixel sprites? We got, I think, Alucard from Rhino. 2 Samuses. Sami. I don't know. You're playing DK64? Honestly, I'm not hating it as much as I expected to. Once again, Sitho is right. And I am wrong. I feel like I should keep track of points, but I don't know that I can count that high. Although I did just get to the turtle racing segment, and I think I might physically lose my life. I don't know if I'll be able to do even the easy one. Yeah. I was like, come on, I've done the penguins in Mario 64. And everybody laughed at me. It's not exactly what happened, I'm just saying that for comedic effect. I'm sure somebody laughed at me. Why? Probably because you looked for Butt Stallion headphones.
Possibly.
What, do you not want a, do you not want a gigantic inflatable unicorn pool toy?
For $30?
That's a good deal.
Inches by 55 by 47. I think it's 4 feet wide.
Well, we'll have to get a very big pool, I guess. Damn it. Hang on.
Oh.
What?
Scroll away from river.
I'm getting there. Sorry, I'm... Amazing. Amazing.
Well.
You're just gonna see us with our noses pressed up against your fence. Hey, buddy. Hey, friend. One of my high school friends, his parents bought like a lake house. It was not like a rich person lake house, it was like a normal person lake house on a very small lake. I know normal people don't have lake houses. I'm misrepresenting this. It was a camp on a lake, which was awesome, very nice, but also it was just, like, established parents, you know? Wasn't like my rich friend with his lake house. Why am I so invested in making sure that you know my friend is not rich? So we went up there as often as we could, because why the fuck not? And I liked, and still do, sitting in a lake in a fucking tube with a beer so much. That is my nirvana. My ass in water, in something that floats, with a beverage. That's just like my dream. So I ordered him some... Well, I ordered myself some tubes that I wanted. They had a little backrest, they had cup holders, they had a nice mesh bottom. And I just shipped them to him, and his parents were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, these are for you, but really they're for me. Yeah, the normal middle, yeah. Third or fourth summer home, yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, sorry, but back to harvesting wild herbs. Baker is taking a foraging class in April, which I didn't know that... I mean, she told me, obviously, that she was taking the class, so she clearly told me that there are foraging classes in the area, but also that's fucking awesome. I don't have the attention span or the time to take it. I can't. But my hope this summer is to... I'm trying to keep my garden dreams reasonable, because there's so much I want to do, and we have a really big lawn, which is awesome. And Gramps didn't have a lot of plants here. There's some like evergreen bushes, which I'm not a fan of, and a couple of ornamental trees. He was very low maintenance in terms of lawn guy. He was very invested in the grass, but not so much in the gardening part, so there's not a lot of plants. I really want to get this year, so this year is my goal to get some lilacs in here, because those are going to take a couple years to bloom, so I want to get them in as soon as I can. And then herbs. I miss my herb garden from Squirrel Hell. I had my lemon balm and my bee balm and my mint. I loved just being able to go grab a handful of lemon balm. That was just so nice. I didn't get the right kind of mint, though. I didn't do enough mint research. There's this one mint cultivar, it's like, I think it's called Mojito Mint. It looks so mean. The plant looks so mean. It's like almost brown. It's like really dark. It's brown, purple, green. It looks like a plant that's gonna kill you in your sleep, but it literally smells like a mojito when you crush it up. It's just, it's like you're skipping the whole mint step and you're going straight to the mojito. It's fantastic. Nut house. Oh, if I was funnier. Damn. Okay, we're getting about... Oh my god, I hate this floss! We're almost done with it, it's fine. Fine, relax. It's fine. Ella, slow down. I'm just desperately hanging on till still warmer weather. There's just nothing that I can really work on. I guess I thought we were gonna do more inside over the winter, but it just didn't... You know what? No. We did a lot. We did the whole spare room. And now all the spare room needs is, like, wall decorations. And I'm not gonna go out and buy a million wall decorations. Those are just things that I'm going to encounter. in my life. I'm not the, I don't need it decorated for the sake of being decorated. I want to decorate it with things that I enjoy, that I encounter, that are meaningful. So I don't need to buy Target wall hangings. Except that one Triforce thing that I found at Target, which was amazing. Yeah, it's hard. It's like, it's hard. I'm trying to... I've never really had the enough space either, or the ability to paint the walls, so now that I'm having fun... I'm kind of struggling with picking color palettes. I don't want everything to be correct, or I don't need everything to be like perfectly matching, but there are design decisions you can make that kind of accentuate a cohesive whole, and I'm not very good at that. So I'm just kind of trying to pick one thing in each room that I unequivocally like, that I want to base everything else off of. So for the living room, it was that teal that we chose. But it's also kind of hard because as much as I love video game stuff, and I don't mean this to sound like you should put away childish passions. That's not what I mean. But I don't want my whole house to be like video game stuff. I want it to also be just kind of not video game stuff too. Oh, that's cool, Grid. Running Postman, that's such a fun name. Well, I hope you have lots of good foraging luck, and do not encounter any poisonous lookalikes. Or bears. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No bears. I hope you find an appropriate number of bears. Usually one makes it into the city we live in every year. Like, every fall there's just a... Well, there's a bear in the city again. Not quite sure where they come from. I'm not quite sure... I don't know. Obviously bears can be urban. Shouldn't be any bears. That's probably good. That's probably for the best. Grid, do you know that gas station on the way to the big theater where there was the landslide that one time? There's a red-tailed hawk's nest in the tree outside of that. right by that intersection. I saw it yesterday, 2 days ago. I hear so many red-tailed hawks around here, but I have never seen a nest. Ah, you know, we have so many bones. Do we really need all of them? I think we've got a little room there, is all I'm saying. Yeah. I actually have no idea what kind of snakes are local to me. I've seen garter snakes in the wild. I don't have a lot of snake identifying knowledge. I mean, the best things to do when you encounter a snake is to assume that it's poisonous. That's venomous. Not poisonous. But, I don't even know what... I don't even know what I'm up against here in the Northeast US. Listen, it is daytime. We must show propriety. We must be clean on this Christian Minecraft server. There's never been a dirty joke in this channel. I hate this floss so fucking much. Swearing doesn't count though. Wish I liked mushrooms. Obviously, you can get in like super trouble for foraging the wrong kind of mushrooms. Not like government trouble. I just mean like if you consume the wrong kind of mushrooms, you will get you will have some issues. You'll have several problems. Most of them will be coming out your orifices. But wish I liked mushrooms, because I feel like mushroom foraging has to be really fun. Oh my fucking god! Well, at least we don't have any more of this. I wonder if I should have put this on black. I suppose there's no reason I can't do another one. Other than the limited amount of time I have to live on this planet. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope they are okay. Oh, so close to freedom. Fuck! God damn! Ah. Gotcha. That's tough, though. Ow! Wouldn't be embroidery without a little blood. Okay. Oh, hallelujah. Done with the shitty part. When's the last time I used this color? It must have been on one of the Kirby's. Oh, it was Plasma Kirby, that's what I bought it for, and it worked out so good. Plasma Kirby looked so good. I don't remember if I still have that one or if it sold. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so we can get rid of that one. I guess let's go dark green next. That way we're not getting in our way, we're not getting in our own way more than normal. Let's start. Usually I like starting in the middle, but let's start over here. Let's be a little wild. Let's be a little spicy. I want to have a collection of like all of the different color palettes that Metroids can have come in over the years, but I don't want to try that hard. I am extremely opposed to doing the work that would require. I feel like somebody's already done it anyway. Also apparently extremely opposed to Google searching. It's weird not to have to tilt this in a direction in order to get it to be visible. This is amazing. Would love to work on a bigger project, but I've got so many other... I would love to buy a pattern and like have somebody else tell me how the piece is supposed to turn out for a second. Might be relaxing. But I'm unwilling to take up the time to do that. Secret, we didn't even have to shovel. It melted. At like 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't know how old he is. I think he was Grandpa's age. So like 70-something-year-old neighbor was out shoveling the snow we got overnight. We didn't. We just fucking didn't bother this time because it wasn't a lot of snow and I didn't wanna. And all the snow was melted anyway. You say things like this, and then you wonder why I don't listen to you. I swear. Okay, after we do this green, I think I should take a little walk around break and find my slippers. Oh, it sounds like he's out there shoveling again. Why? God, why? There's no snow out there. It's about vibes. I don't trust the vibes. I pulled a nice string through there. That's great. Ranges shit up. Use my code videogamesfuck at baddragon.com. Please don't think that's real. If you use the code, it's going to charge you more money. And then steal all your data. Man, I was hoping I could do it in one piece, but I can't. I love my needle minder. I think I need one more needle minder. I feel like that's what every sewist has ever said ever. Oh, I only need one more insert tool here. One more needle minder, one more storage bin, one more bolt of fabric, one more skein of yarn, just one. Almost put that right into my finger. There we go. It's been so long since I've crocheted a pixel sprite blanket because they're like the bad kind of repetitive, and I get to a certain point in them where I stop doing them because I'm enjoying the process, and I start doing them because I want them to be finished, which is really bad for my wrist. I'm trying to slow down and do projects that I'm like having fun doing more so that I don't overdo on them, so maybe I can use my hand in a couple decades. But where was I going with this? Oh, the some of these pixel sprites to do blankets of are just so terrible. Cause like the way I like to do them, I like to try to make all the squares first before I start putting the squares together. Sometimes I make the squares as I put them together. It depends on what I think is going to be the most entertaining in the moment. But this row is short. There's only 8 squares in that row. This row is not short. So you're like, ah, this blanket's going to be so quick. Each of these rows is so fast. And then you keep getting more and more time. It keep taking longer. Oh shoot, there's dark green on the bottom too, I forgot. Rap. I remarkably hate working left to right. Like, I mean, a remarkable amount. Not like it's shocking and appalling that I hate working left to right, but the amount that I hate working left to right is ridiculous. I better be able to finish this row with this piece of floss. Okay. I'm not sure what the best solution from here is. I feel like there's a lot of black, but there's a lot of black that has stuff in the middle of it. I feel like we should do the stuff in the middle of the black before we do the black. Maybe we can do the red wiggly parts so that the black has somewhere to so the white has somewhere to land and the black has something to, you know, fill in. Okay. Is that all the green? That's all the green. Yep. Nice. We are bopping. Getting there. You know, if I had tried to take even just a little bit more time here, I should have maybe done like a sew along type thing. Could have picked colors beforehand. I could have provided the pattern. That might have been fun. Okay. Now, yeah, I think now red is a good idea, but I need to get up and take a walk. I guess I'll put it on BRB. I feel like putting it on BRB for craft streams is like a vibe killer. That's why I always got out Sally, but I don't have Sally right now, so hang on, I'll be right back, friendos. Okay. I return. Best way to do this. I don't feel like there's really a good way without wasting a lot of floss. So I guess we'll just fucking dive in. Who cares? Through the knot on that one, that's fine. Tangle it worse so it can't come undone. I want someone to, I'm sure it's been done. I'm positive it's been done. But I want I want a detailed anatomy scan drawing of a Metroid. I want to know what all the interior parts do. I want somebody who's like really familiar with jellyfish to fucking make up some plausibly sounding scientific garbage. And then we can have a Metroid movie. I wonder how the Mario movie is. I'm not gonna watch it, but I wonder. What's up, Grid? Oh, fuck. Sorry. Clearly no one noticed. Okay, so now let's go to here, I guess? So if we go 1, 2, and then down 1. Right? 1, 2 over, and then 1 down? Yeah. Kind of just following... Well, you know, I don't like doing the white last because I feel like that's super boring. Because you can't see it. But I think we're gonna have to do the white last. So if we do half stitches for these, and then come back around the curve, then we'll be back in the same place that we need to be in, I think? Turbo Encabulator? I'm not familiar. Wait, is that like... Was that the breakdown of Mega Man or something? I feel like I remember seeing Mega Man's bones. Oh, Grid, our ops manager gave me... She gave me a little set of finger tweezers that are for snacking when you're playing video games. Ooh, just long enough. Good. Okay. Oh, thank you. I will check it out. Alright, let's leave that one be for a minute, and this is gonna go into... This one? Yeah. Well, the good part about using the Mountain Dew floss first was that I don't have to worry about it getting stuck on other colors of floss that we've already put in. I haven't compounded my problems. Also, it's already over. It's like pulling a band-aid. Really shitty while it's going on, but very short. You know, it's probably good that we haven't started the macrame project because I really do actually feel like the stick needed to cure a little bit first. Probably needed to have a chance to really absorb all that oil we put on it and solidify. Probably didn't need however many weeks it's been, but better than too early. I am excited and also intimidated for the summer. There are a couple pieces of furniture I have that are very old, and they all have very bad shape, stain, and sealant on them. And I want to strip them and see what I've got under all that, and then maybe stain them again, maybe just seal them, maybe see whatever. But they're all like really dark, really old, really discolored. Some of the pieces were my great-grandmother's. I'm scared to start because I don't like 100% knowing what I'm doing. I don't like not knowing 100% what I'm doing. Hey! No sleeping. But I think it's going to be a very rewarding project if I can manage to do it right. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe I should hold on this red because I'm going to have to do green in the middle of it. Or I could just say fuck it and do it wrong. YOLO. I'm gonna be like 2 stitches short. Yep. Yes, this is coming along. Okay, I assure you, I'm jumping around for a good reason. That good reason is I don't have one. Oh, this is in the wrong spot. Wouldn't be a real stream if we didn't have to frog something, right? Okay. Doesn't make a big difference, but it's such a small sprite. It does make a balance difference. Okay. Bummer. Eh. Okay, let's try that. Try that again. Well, that didn't take very long to redo. I feel like it took longer to take out. That's better. I'm still gonna need a new piece of floss. Oh, that's so annoying. This would have worked out perfect if I hadn't fucked up. Weeks ago when we went shit shopping. I refuse to say antiquing because antiquing implies that you're looking for high value items or willing to spend lots of money on them. And I don't necessarily mean thrift shopping because thrift shopping implies to me that it's things that you need. Like thrifting, I guess, feels like clothes or like I don't know. Shit shopping gets the vibe that I'm trying to put across. But there was a spinning wheel there last time we went, and I was so tempted. I came home with a different item, and I try not to go too crazy. So I passed by the spinning wheel, but there's just... I wish I was a vampire, you know? There's so many things that I want to learn how to do. And first of all, I have to sleep so much. I guess technically vampires also have to sleep. 2 stitches. 2 fucking stitches. Every time I have a curse. There's a curse on me, and it is the curse of my floss runs out 2 stitches before I am done with the color. I don't know why I have a problem seeing these mirrored. I just can't mirror them in my head. I can only replicate them. Hopefully this is correct, because I can't process if what I've done is correct. Yeah, I think they're correct. Okay. Alright, we're gonna be on black for quite a long time.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Awakened Cloud, thank you so much for the raid! Welcome, raiders. I hope you're doing alright. Great, if you're still there, can I get a shout out for Awakened Cloud? Gotta remember our shout out command more. But hello, hello, hello. Alright, we're done with red. I gotta stand for a second. Hang on. Ooh. Thank you, Grid. Oh. Oh yeah, gotta get out all those spine pops. It's going pretty good. Hey, Blue Eyes 85. Unsighted is phenomenal. I really like Unsighted. I think like 3/4 of the way done. I think we were at 75%, it said. Definitely a recent favorite. Oh, ever? Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I honestly, it's getting up there. I just love indies, man. I just love indie games so much. They're just so good. Okay, here we go. Time for the black. We're gonna be here forever. Although we shouldn't really have to think about this too much. We should just be able to whip it out. Don't tell Sito I said that. I guess maybe because there's so much black, it's for the best that I didn't do this on Black Ida. Although I'm quite sure there's Metroids on black backgrounds in the game. Really, I think my problem is I just need some better fucking Black Ida. I think all the Black Ida I've got is shitty. Low quality. Everything gets stuck on it easy. Damn it! I had $1 for every time I tried to pull my hand away from the back of the project and popped the needle out of the front. I'd never have to work again. And here's that thing I was talking about earlier. This row is so short compared to all the rest of the rows. Although I guess we have a lot of negative space we can avoid in the later rows, so maybe we'll actually be better. I gotta be very careful not to... There's like a white highlight over to the left, between the left and center red blobs. Gotta be careful not to sew over that.
I don't mean to intrude.
I had a little ball of yarn in my pocket because I like almost finished a piece of a, I don't know, I ended up with a little bit of extra yarn and I rolled it up into a ball and I stuck it in my pocket because Zeno was trying to play with it. It's not a finished cat toy, it's just yarn, so I didn't want him unrolling the ball all over the house. He loves to do that. It is what he lives for. It is truly what drives him as an individual. But I left it in my pocket and put it through the wash, and now all my laundry is literally tied up in string. Nailed it. 2 rows down. A dozen more to go. I wonder what people who sew more than me, I wonder what colors they have memorized. Because 310 is black. I think it's B5200 is white. I wonder what other color numbers have stuck with a person. I'm pretty sure that 23 is like this very pale pink. Now I want to check. I was right. Well, it's kind of more of a purple. Oh wait, no, that's 27. 23, pale pink. Ah, I'm amazing. I'm so smart. I don't think they're the same as hex codes, but they function the same as hex codes. Sort of. Except I guess a hex code really references specifically the formulation of the color, where I don't think that's necessarily the case for like a DMC value. OU812, what color is that? I'm pretty sure if you spell boobs in hex, it's pink. It is a kind of pink. OU812. Oh. Man, it's been so long. It's been so long. People used to do that with usernames. Until all the weird ways that you can misspell racial slurs got banned. Alright. Really? I thought there was like a whole department to keep you from doing that. Oh my god. Oh, unless... Well, I guess you gotta be clever. You gotta be... You can't be obvious. Oh. That's just no fun. Like, it was correct. What would they want him to say? I'm a cop? That would be a lie. I've never had a vanity plate. When I was growing up, my dad ended up with like a default, you know, the plate number they assign you, but it was like, it didn't mean anything, but it was really singular, easy to remember. Not just like a jumble of letters and numbers. It was, I'm not going to tell you what my dad's license plate number is, but... And he had just, like, good fortune kept it through the whole... through forever. This was a bad story. You're welcome. Oh my god, there's so much black. This is so boring. We need an intern. You know, like Michelangelo had all the apprentices to do the boring shit. Paint backgrounds and fuck all. Sweep the studio. Are you claiming that the apprentices put the wangs in his paintings? Ugh. I'm here for this interpretation. Absolutely, I would, yeah. Especially if my boss was a wang. Yeah. Alright, well I don't want to compare myself to Michelangelo because I don't want to commit to having... First of all, I don't want to claim my art is, important or meaningful. I also don't want to commit to having a lot of wangs. So how about instead of Michelangelo, I compare myself to, like, Christian Riess-Lassen, who I'm pretty sure also has an entire studio of sad, underpaid copy artists doing sad, underpaid copy artist work, except his work is much, much more soulless. Oh wait, no, not Christian Riess-Lassen, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Thomas Kincaid. That's the one. Get your 90s painters straight, Alla. Christian Riess-Lassen was the one with the dolphins. Thomas Kincaid is the John Grisham of the art world. All right. We're getting somewhere. I really need to invest in a frame holder. Then I'd probably have to learn how to sew with two hands, though, which is like trying to teach myself how to properly type. I'm just never gonna do it. Oh my god, my neighbor is still shoveling and it's stressing me out. Take care, Awakened Cloud. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. Enjoy your day. All right. Maybe when I'm done with this piece of floss, we'll start at the bottom and kind of do the bottom so that it's at least a little bit more interesting. Man, I would love another option other than pretzel rocks. I feel like all of these damn songs sound exactly the same. Alright, 2 stacks of 2. I don't have enough, so let's just cut it off here. Do they? I guess it's been a while since I've paid attention. I've literally heard 0 people talk about it ever, if that's the case. You do not have to do research for me. I can do that. But, I guess also it's fair that I haven't spent a lot of time looking for alternatives. Yeah. I just haven't had the capacity. Always have the capacity to complain, though. Man, I want to get sushi. The fuck kind of sound clips do they just put them? They just use things. They just use sounds. Also, the fucking tempo of whatever this is driving me bonkers. Right? I wish it didn't take so much music to do streams like this. 'Cause we definitely used to listen to C418. We listened to some of Dav's tunes, that was fun. But there's just so... An hour of music is so much time. And not a lot of music. Haven't I heard this like 80 times? Man, it was looking really sunny earlier and now it's clouding over again. Didn't snow any time in December, but man, it's snowing in March. Fun for us. Oh man, that black line on the bottom looks really good. That's gonna look really nice. Gives it a lot of depth. Though I might not make it to the end of this before the Siren Calls Sushi gets me. That's okay though, because if we still have a little bit of this left to finish up, I think that'll pair well with with whatever that mystery boo was supposed to be. Then we can start putting these little boos together. I have so many things I need to get together and, like, make cohesive and finish. Get up on the shop, so at least I can have a hope of getting rid of them. Wouldn't mind raffling things again, but I feel like I can't trust, like, stream numbers. If I'm gonna do a raffle, I want to have enough people here to make it kind of exciting. And I'm very thankful that we have so many folks that have been with us for so long. Yeah, well, see, that's the problem, Omega. It's when I used to do the raffling, we still have so many people here from that, and a couple people won like multiple times, which is fine. That's, you know, random generation or random choice is random choice, but. And I don't want to tell them not to participate, but... maybe it's getting time to go eat some sushi. Maybe we'll do one more piece of floss, and then we'll go eat some sushi. I can wrestle Grid out of whatever he's doing and make him help me clean the basement. We got enough stuff off of the Three Seasons room porch thing and back into the spare room since we finished the spare room that now the Three Seasons porch is kind of freed up again. So we're gonna do this very fun shit shift where we start to like actually package in boxes all the stuff in the basement that we don't want and move it to the Three Seasons room. So that we can kind of start seeing where we are in the basement. All right. Love it when you stab on one side of the hole and then you move the needle and stab on the other side of the hole and then you move the needle and you stab on the first side of the hole and then like 16 pokes later you finally find the hole. I'd be a great phlebotomist. Yeah. Wherever I stabbed, that's where I meant to stab. I'll just draw blood and it'll look like a Metroid. Which Kirby Superstar power-up would you like? You know, I think I don't like going left to right because I always try to do the stitches in the same orientation. Top left, bottom right. Top right, bottom left. So that they all lie the same way. And I think it just... I think the reason I hate going in this direction is because doing it that way, the floss gets in my way more. By virtue of the direction that I'm trying to go. Just about there. Alright. This is probably good timing because my left hand is starting to get a little crampy. Yeah, that's gonna look good. It's coming out great. I wish I was better at making patterns. I need to collaborate with a pixel artist. If anybody likes making pixel art, please don't hesitate to hit me up. Let me know. I would love to make new stuff instead of picking out little shitty sprites and trying to transcribe them. I'd love to work on new art. I just don't really enjoy the drawing part. The pattern making part. I'll turn it into sewing, that's fine. I just don't wanna be committed. I don't wanna have to decide on the outline. I want somebody else to tell me that part. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here for today and I'm gonna go eat some fucking sushi. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. We'll see about tomorrow, but at very least I'll be here on Monday. I will catch you all next time. Take care.